Well, it doesn't matter what I'm okay with. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. I already knew that was going to happen, so I just try not to overthink it. And I had fully anticipated that if and when she made her comeback, that it would be for a title shot. So, given that, it was no surprise. And Ronda for the longest time was one of the best in the world. And I mean, if you want to make an argument, you could say like she had an off night like I did. You know what I mean? So, I mean, she still has a big presence in this sport, even though she's been gone for a long time. It's going to create a lot of viewership. And I guess in that sense, like if you look at it from a business perspective, it makes sense. I don't know what it's going to do for Ronda as far as like where she's at. I mean, what I think, maybe not a 5-round fight or a warm-up fight would be better for her, probably, because I think ring rust is a real thing. It definitely can affect fighters, and you don't know how mentally she's been so out of the limelight. And I mean, none of us are really involved in her personal life, so you don't know how she's dealing with that loss since then. And I know she's talking about retirement, and that also, I don't know why everyone's so surprised about that. I feel like that was kind of like she was saying that before she fought Holly, that she was like, coming to a close. So, for me, I just want to fight her one more time. And, granted that she goes out there and does well and she wants to continue fighting, I would love the opportunity to go one more time. So hopefully it's not too much of a race against the clock. And I will be watching that fight, definitely vested.
You fought both Amanda and Ronda. If you take her emotional state aside, who do you think is the better fighter, the more difficult? Who do you think is going to take home the win on 205?
Ooh, that is really, really hard for me to say. I feel like there's so many X factors, and we've just never seen Ronda in this state and been out for so long, and having been knocked out, that sense of invincibility has to have been shaken. So what are we dealing with Ronda? What are we going to get? Are we going to get a better version for it, or are we going to get worse version for it? And I question that a little bit, being that it's taken her so long to even want to come back. And so I don't know, but I do believe I have a better grasp on where Amanda's at, and I think that she's at an all-time high, and she's very confident in her ability right now, and she delivers. She's also a ferocious first-round fighter. So I don't know. I can't really make a prediction, but I would not be surprised if Amanda won that fight.
As a fighter, you know the mindset of a fighter. None of us here do. When somebody's been out like Ronda, and then before she even has her comeback fight, mentions retirement, do you think that bodes well for the commitment, or do you think it really doesn't matter?
I think every fighter is different. The only thing that I can say is that I question how much she really wants to be doing this. And I can say that if you don't really want to do it, then it's going to affect your ability to train and to push that extra bit in training and in practice. If you don't really want to do it, if you don't really want to be there, if you don't, and I'm not saying she does or doesn't, so I can't say that, but I can say if your heart's not really in it, it's kind of a dangerous sport to play with in that sense. So I don't know.
Are you more interested in getting a rematch with Amanda or fighting Ronda again?
Well, it depends who has the belt. Obviously, that's my number one goal. I do want to fight. I want to fight them both again, but I have more of a sense of urgency to want to fight Ronda because I don't know when she's gonna want to not do this. When she's gonna leave the sport. I think Amanda will be here for some time.